Selanjutnya kita akan menuju Pavilion Irak Mesopotamia. Inilah Pavilion Irak tersebut.
75 BC, so right now the original gate is about more than 2,600 years old, commissioned by the Queen of Nebuchadnezzar II as a gift to the Babylonian goddess Ashtar and named the gate after her. It's one of 8 gates surrounding the inner city of Babel, and Ashtar was the main one of them. Follow me, please. We're walking in between the 2 rivers, going to the city of Samarra. Melwiyat Samarra, the term Melwiya means in English spiral, and you can see it's a spiral staircase built in the Abbasid age in the year 851 AD, so about more than 1,200 years ago, as a minaret for the great mosque of Samarra behind it. It's about 2 meters in height and consists of 399 steps. The Imam had to climb it up and down to call for prayer 5 times a day. It's still standing in the city of Samarra in its original shape, and it's now open for tourists. If you notice how the screen dropped here, and that is because we're in an area now with less water level than what we had in the north. As we reach now the south part of Iraq, near Basra and Nasriya cities, the marshes are basically bodies of water extending across an area of 35 to 40,000 kilometers, naturally existing on sites. People there still use boats for transportation, and they rely on fishing as their main source of income. In 2016, the UNESCO acknowledged it as part of the World Heritage List, so right now it's a site globally protected by the UNESCO, and they use for fishing in that area a fishing net called Siliya, which is the one you see on top of you right now. The design was inspired from that fishing net. The colors range from red to orange to yellow at the back. They're as per a study, and they represent the photovoltaic potential of Iraq to produce solar energy with a very high potential, so we hope we use this opportunity in the future. Before ending our tour, we'll talk about an event that happened this year, last March of this year in Iraq. The Prophet's visit to Iraq was a historical visit, as it was the first time any Pope visits our country. He delivered a message of love and peace to Iraq and the surrounding region. We wanted to showcase this event and tell our visitors how proud we as a country to have him come to us. And now we can end our tour at our beloved capital, Baghdad, north of the city Al-Musafa region. Martyrs Monument was built in 1983 as a memorial for the soldiers who lost their lives in the previous wars. The names of those soldiers are engraved on the walls of the museum underneath those 2 monuments. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Any questions, comments, complaints? All good? So everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. Hello. Wow.
اي لحظة اي هذا بس حايط الأراوند اللي صاير لا بس هذا انت عضلته صار يفتح
Not Egypt, not Greece, not Rome, but Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is an exceedingly fertile plain situated between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers. For 5 millennia, this small strip of land situated in what is today Iraq, Kuwait, and Syria fostered innovations that would change the world forever. Inhabited for nearly 12,000 years, Mesopotamia's stable climate, rich soil, and steady supply of fresh water made it ideal for agriculture to develop and thrive. About 6,000 years ago, seemingly overnight, some of these agricultural settlements blossomed into some of the world's first cities. In the period between 4000 and 3100 BC, Mesopotamia was dotted with a constellation of competing city-states. At one point, they were unified under the Akkadian Empire, and then broke apart, forming the empires of Assyria and Babylon. Despite their constant warfare, innovation and development thrived in ancient Mesopotamia. They built on a monumental scale, from palaces to ziggurats. Mammoth temples served as ritual locations to commune with the gods. They also developed advanced mathematics, including a base 60 system that created a 60-second minute, a 60-minute hour, and a 360-degree circular angle. The Babylonians used their sophisticated system of mathematics to map and study the sky. They divided one Earth year into 12 periods. Each was named after the most prominent constellations in the heavens, a tradition later adopted by the Greeks to create the zodiac. They also divided the week into 7 days, naming each after their 7 gods, embodied by the 7 observable planets in the sky. But perhaps the most impactful innovation to come out of Mesopotamia is literacy. What began as simple pictures scrawled onto wet clay to keep track of goods and wealth developed into a sophisticated writing system by the year 3200 BC. This writing system would come to be called cuneiform in modern times and proved so flexible that, over the span of 3,000 years, it would be adapted for over a dozen different major languages and countless uses, including recording the law of the Babylonian king Hammurabi, which formed the basis of a standardized justice system. But Mesopotamia's success became its undoing. Babylon in particular proved too rich a state to resist outside envy. In 539 BC, the Persian king Cyrus conquered Babylon and sealed his control over the entirety of Mesopotamia. For centuries, this area became a territory of foreign empires. Eventually, Mesopotamia would fade, like its kings, into the mist of history, and its cities would sink beneath the sands of Iraq. But its ideas would prevail in literacy, law, math, astronomy, and the gift of civilization itself.
Fascinated by the splendor of history. The country of Babylon means in the Akkadian language, the gate of God. Babylon is located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, and a great civilization was established in its land between the 2 centuries, 6 BC, 18th BC, near the city of Hela, currently in Iraq. This period of time was known for its prosperity and greatness. Hammurabi made development of laws that made it more like divine laws. It was a modern organization in all its field, built temples, and the country under its rule reached the peak of its prosperity.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
And I ordered to bring the great rice trees to its ceilings, and put it on its copper doors, and collected silver, gold, and great treasure in it. The city of Babylon was expanded under the rule of Nebuchadnezzar, which was from 562 to 605 BC. The labyrinth of the great city of Babylon. It is called Enemy Lacrides, where all Babylon is one of the most fortified cities, as well as...
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing.
Ur, the capital of Sumer, the oldest and most important city in the world. Ur flourished during the reign of the 3rd dynasty, 2111-2003 BC. and the era of ornament witnessed a huge architectural activity represented in the construction of the Zakura and the fortification of the city from all the sides. In this era, legalization was enacted, the first of its kind in Mesopotamia, to regulate the relationship between members of society, the temple, and the palace. The Zakura contains 3 stairs. In each staircase there are 100 steps, indicated with a clay, and on each of them is a seal containing the name of Ornambo. The Zakura is built on square base, and the building tends inward as it rises. The sides of the Zakura have openings called watery eyes that are used to drain rainwater, similar to how tears come out of eyes. In recognition of the value of this great human cultural heritage, Ur was added to the World Heritage List. The city, which is a historical icon of the civilization of Mesopotamia and a unique tourist landmark, translates human genius and the high level reached by culture, kingship, and civilization in Mesopotamia. And this land still contains within it hidden treasures and secrets that are looking for those who discover them. And there is no surprise in that, because here is the first letter, line, and the sun of civilization shines on the whole world.